What is going on? Mic check, mic check. Let's see how we are doing today. All right, we're sounding good, we're looking good, we're feeling good, baby. We're gonna be starting here in about 3 minutes. So kick off the shoes, load up the tea, the coffee, whatever you're drinking tonight. We are gonna go over plenty. We got a raffle too. If you're watching this at a later time, you can fast forward this. Right, just a couple of minutes, guys. Couple of minutes. Ready or not, we'll be starting here in less than 2 minutes. If you're just joining me, we are here to study the overall market conditions, the Mag 7, to see where the overall conditions lie. We'll take a look too at watch lists and much more. So stick in here with us just a few more minutes. All right, let's get this thing going, baby. What is going on, guys? My name is David Worrell. What we do here in each and every week is we go over the state of the market. We make sure we understand which way the market's headed, and if we are risk on or risk off. We go through the Mag 7 and understand where the money is going, where the money lies, and then we go over our watch list, some trades possibly, and a little bit today, more on news. But the big thing today is the drawing, so stay tuned with us. All you have to do is comment. If you comment in the section like Dan, Bob, Dan, the Greatest Mother Relido, and Erica K have already done, then you get entered to win a t-shirt and mug. It is some poet swag just for you. All you have to do is comment. So we'll see you in just a second. Stick with us. We will be starting very soon. All right, let's do this, baby. We're going to jump right into it, but first, we're going to just say thank you, Dan, Bob, Dan, the greatest moderator alive, for helping do all of this. Everything that is here that you see today has Dan Bob's hand signature within it, and one of those things is this drawing. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have this awesome drawing. All you have to do is comment, and we already see Dan, Bob, Dan, Erica. We got Zamora, Predator, B. Stewie, Yosef, You guys have plenty of time at any time. If you comment in here, you'll immediately be entered to win, and we'll do the drawing live next week. It'll be awesome. So we are going to go over the overall market, the Mag 7. We'll do our large cap watch list, and I got a couple of stocks I just want to look into, small caps. Of course, I don't like to veer too far into small caps because of where I've been working lately, but I think it's good to know so we can understand some black swans and what exactly those mean. And then, of course, we're going to go over a piece of news Dan, Bob, and I were talking about before the show. And yes, we are going to get right into it. So the very first thing we are going to do is we're going to say S&P 500. Are we risk on, guys, or are we risk off? What do you guys think? There's a ton of you in here. Are you risk on or are you risk off? I can tell you right now, I'm 100% risk on, and you guys know I have been since the 21-day moving average. If you are new with me or you're watching this at a later time and you don't understand, I use this 21-day moving average on the daily time frame on the S&P 500 as my risk management to know whether I should put capital at risk or if I should wait and let the market let me know where it's going to lie. If it's below the 21-day moving average, I am hands off. Above it, we are risk on. We have been risk on, and we have said not only is this area a beautiful area of support on this pullback, but it's the 21-day moving average. And not only was I risk on, but I did add into this pullback. It was absolutely beautiful. So we're holding some of the leaders, but you guys know what I'm already holding because it's still the same ones from last week. I like my trades to be boring. So we're slowly making money, slowly growing the account, but there's some things out there that you could have made a lot of money on, right? Some things that were on drugs, if you know what I mean. What's going on, B. Stewie, Norman Conklin? We got Jimmy Bright in the building. We got Beef Stewie, the beefiest stew around. So the S&P 500, guys, do I need to really say much? We're going to kind of fly through this because it's still the same market conditions as last week. Absolutely beautiful, and you can't really ask for much more than this. Of course, the NASDAQ is going to look quite similar, but not hitting new highs. Bitcoin finally breaks out of this channel. Absolutely scrumptious. Can you dig it? Yes, you absolutely can. Is this going to continue higher? There is some resistance at these peaks, but this, in my honest opinion, is a trend break. Is it the prettiest trend break? No. Hell no, it's not. But this is Bitcoin, and it's looking absolutely beautiful. What's going on? Ginger Hopper, Mama's in the building. Thank you. Excuse me. Thank you for stopping in, Mama. Appreciate you being here. What can I say? I made the best pancakes. Oh, Grandma. Ginger. She's making the best pancakes out there. I don't know. We got to see. We'll have you make some pancakes. We'll have Jolene make some pancakes. We'll see. We'll have a pancake off between the grandmas. And we'll see. We'll see how they turn out. But yeah, you do. I'll tell you, Mama makes some good pancakes. The Polish pancakes. Lots of sugar, lots of love. So Bitcoin's looking good, breaking out of this area. Will it have continuation? I'd love to see it. A pullback here and a retest in this area is likely, but doesn't have to happen. Something to watch out for. QQQs, same as the NASDAQ, still riding a 10-day moving average, holding a 21-day moving average. Dow Jones Industrial screaming higher, making new all-time highs on Friday. The small cap stocks are still building. We're still extended now from the 10-day moving, or I shouldn't say still, but we are extended from the 10-day moving average now. But things are looking really, really well. And then, of course, we're going to run through the Mag 7 stocks. Of course, they're going to look pretty similar, but we want to know which ones are leading. NVIDIA reaching those old all-time highs. I am still holding NVIDIA. I have not sold any NVIDIA. I'm holding all the way back here. Let me check my price. I can show you guys right. Schmow. Just so we know where we are at. Dead air. Dead air killed the show. If we take a look at NVIDIA and we bring up this, we're at 131.86. 131.86. So a little on the higher side, but not extended. So that's good. Still right there on that 10-day moving average. So we're just holding on to it. If it closes below the 21-day moving average, I'll probably exit out of this position, but it's just a slow and steady grind. I'd like to find a time to add into that. Anyway, Google is going to be the womp womp situation here. As long as it can hold above these moving averages, I can see this building and breaking through out of this area. It still has a chance to comply using this 200-day moving average multiple times to continue higher. Is it going to hold here? Well, there's a lot of negative news, negative Nancy's out there for Google, but we'll see. Is Google going to be the, is that going to be the Ass Jeeves, the, the loser in this situation? Because now, you have some big competition kind of just pushing these search engines out of the way, So just keep that in mind, Google. We'll see. Is this a great area to buy, or is Google having some trouble? Well, I'll tell you, when the market's at new all-time highs in the S&P 500, and we are on a 200-day moving average for Google, it's not looking too well. As well, Meta holding a 21-day moving average and creating a nice flag here. So we broke through this huge area, 541, and we talked about trying to get into METU when we had this breakout, but it already had broken out and gapped up pre-market here, if you guys remember. I wanted this to build more right here. It said no, the market's going to do whatever the hell it wants to, and it breaks out higher here, and I didn't get a piece, but I did want to get an METU where it moves twice as fast, so closer to 4%. Yeah, NVIDIA, Dan Bob says NVIDIA to 170. And Beef Stewie says, don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. What up, Kevo Paban? What's going on, man? It's good to see you in here. You guys have all been entered to win that free gear now. It's absolutely awesome. Next up, so Meta, bull flag. A bull flag right in the 21-day moving average is looking good. Let's see what happens there. Apple breaking out of this trend line. We drew this trend line out for you last week. It's looking very good. Now healthy, breaking out, retesting that damn area and breaking out higher. That's exactly what you want to see on a retest. It touches and it just rips, okay? Tesla, Uncle Tesla, it's a sad sight to see down here, guys. It is. I can't play this. I cannot play this. It's been so sloppy choppy. Either you're holding this thing for the long term, or you're just don't I don't know. This is just me personally. I'm not telling you how to trade, but my screen just went out, so I hope you guys can hear me. I hope you can see me. I think we just lost power. Let me see if I can make this thing work. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? Uh-oh. Let me see if we can keep this thing up and running, guys. Oh, no. You guys, I hope you guys can hear me. Oh, no. I think we lost power in the house, and I'm running on battery on the laptop now. Goodness gracious. No. If you guys can hear me, please hold. Hold. We will get this figured out. Goodness gracious. I can't believe this happened. Hey, but you guys know we always adapt and overcome one way or the other. So if you're still with me, bear down, bear and grit. You guys can hear me, please. Oh, okay, cool. You guys can hear me. Wow, there's always something though, guys. So now I'm on the laptop and I'm trying to get things up so you can see me. I'm going to see if we can do this now. Let's see here. Let's see live screen. And we're going to do display capture. All right, here we go. Almost there, guys. Bear with me, bear with me. Oh, can you guys see it yet? I think you guys can see my settings now. And then we can do this, hopefully. There we go. All right, can you guys see this? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm doing this. That's crazy, guys. It's crazy, it's crazy. Oh no. Well, it kind of sucks all the power's out in our house, guys. Sorry this had to happen on live. Oh no. You guys, this is bad, bad. Okay. Well, we always try and adapt and overcome here. I think it's very important to do so. Let me see if I can do this. All right. So I think what we're going to do in this sticky situation is we're going to go over the watch list. All right, we're going to go over the watch list. We're still going to try and do everything here. I won't be able to interact nearly as much, but we are going to make sure that we work through this. So bear with me here, okay? So we went over the Mag 7 stocks. We're good on that. Everything's good to go. G2G, right? Now, when it comes to the overall segue to that is we need to find what stocks are moving faster than the overall market. So I have picked out a few stocks to add to the previous watch list, and I'm updating from the previous watch list on what we can continue to watch. So we have TSSI. TSSI is looking absolutely gnarly here. Now, I'm not saying that this is a 5-star setup, but if we take a look at this thing on the daily, we'll just blow this up for you. You can see here, absolutely beautiful. It's creating this high, tight flag here, and it's trying to hold this 30-day moving average. If it gets really, really tight, this $6 area, and holds this area, this thing could break out of here, and it moves very fast, 9.8%, so keep your eye on that. I want to re-update you guys on APP. I got stopped out on APP, and I think it was mostly because I felt like it was a chase, and I set my stop to this low, and it didn't close below that 10-day. It didn't close below it. So that's, I figured, hey, it's A-okay if it didn't close below it. And I'm just going to wait for the trend breakout rather than I was trying to play this anticipatory play. And, I was saying, oh, well, it's because I'm at work, or, oh, because of this, or, oh, because of that. I was making up excuses. I didn't have an actual trade on this. So I took a small loss, but that's okay. But I don't want to step aside from the fact that this thing could have some continuation. Okay, we get enormous volume here. Then now we're trading sideways and we're selling off in, well, what we could say lighter volume. Okay, there's a little bit of heavier selling right here on this day and this day. But we're still holding a 10-day moving average. So APP is still on my watch list. It is the slowest of the movers on my watch list, but it's definitely one to keep an eye on because it is acting like a real leader here. We have BHVN also on my watch list. What I like about this thing, you can consider this a cup, sure, with handle. But what I like about this thing is this trend flag right here. You can see it's very clear, getting nice and tight on the 10-day, now starting to curl higher to the north side. So this might have a good potential high risk reward scenario in this area. It does have recent risk. It's a little bit more risky because it's a biotech. Okay. We also have CNTA. I like the way this thing is setting up. I think you guys probably picked this up before. One stock that I'm holding is VRNA, and it moved a lot like this. Now, this is a pharmaceutical, VRNA as well, the stock that I'm holding. Just look at this clean pattern. See how this clean pattern bounces off this 30-day moving average? So if we come over here to VR... oh no, not used to this keyboard, guys. VRNA. This is the stock I'm in, and if you look, you can see how clear this stock moves. So it looks really, really good. I really like this stock. I really like the way it moved. That's why we just we bought on this trend breakout, and we held it. And if you look at CNTA, it's very similar. You'll see that it's very, very similar. You have this trend here, and I think if it breaks this trend, we're going to want to be alerted. We're going to want to know. We're going to want to see down here at the base here. We're going to want to see the volume trading higher than average and breaking out in this area. And if you don't understand what I'm saying about the trend and the breakout and on the 5-minute and yada, 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 just go to my YouTube, okay? Go to my YouTube and look at the trading school. It's absolutely free. It's for swing traders. If you're a swing trader, if you like momentum trading, where you get in a small area of risk for high potential reward, learn what you're supposed to look at. Okay, train your eye on what you're supposed to look at. This is beautiful. Okay, it's very, very simple, following a 30-day moving average, and it looks very, very clean. Okay, so next up, let me just take a peeky gander at what we got going on. Oh my gosh, yeah. You guys said that you can hear me. Jimmy Bright says yes. Zamora, yes. Thank you guys. Sorry, I've just feed your my gerbils better. Yeah. Dan Bob says my gerbils should be running and sustaining power for our house. Erica K, yeah, I know. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm glad you guys can actually see my screen, though. I'm glad you get to see. Jolene, you're late. You're fired, though, Lean. I'm just kidding. Please don't ever think I would ever fire you or that. Jolene, you're here and you're not fired. I'm so pumped that you're here. We got 14 of you watching. Goodness gracious. I hope you guys have hit that like button. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. The greatest thing about this beautiful, beautiful show today is simply if you leave a comment, you get entered to win a free drawing that we'll do next week at the same time at 9 o'clock. And what'll happen is you'll get entered to win a free t-shirt and possible a cup. So do go ahead and comment there and get it, baby. We're going to get right back into this watch list, and we're going to continue on, guys, because my power is out. What's that? You can flip it back on. So the wife's going to flip the power back on. We're going to see if we can get everything started back on. But we are still adapting and overcoming, people. We're doing this. CNTA looks really, really good. So put that on your watch list. We also have SLNO. I didn't think that this was the best, but it's definitely one that we had on the watch list for last week. It had this beautiful curl up higher, and I think it's just building right here. It's getting really, really hot. It's getting really, really tight right here. So we'll just click this alert right here. And I think the power's coming back on, so bear with me one more time. All right. Here we go. All right. I think, guys, we got everything up. Oh, I think you can see me. Hey. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. We're back. We're back, baby. Can I turn this back on? Yes. Here we go. All right. There's no stopping us, guys. There's no stopping us. We got this, right? All right, let me just switch my display capture. Always something, guys. There's always something, isn't there? I mean, come on. Let's see. There it is. All right, here we go, baby. We're back in business now, baby. We're back. All right, we're just going to continue on this because that's what we ended up doing it on. All right, so here's SLNO. It's on my watch list. I put an alert here at 55. Alerts are absolutely free. Put an alert there so you can see it. If a lot of volume comes in, it might give you a great area for risk reward. It's definitely something that I want you to do. What's up, Predator? VRNA, strong stair step pattern. Yeah, I know you love those stair steps, dude. Stair steps are absolutely beautiful thing. Okay, a couple more here, guys. HNRG, and we have a beautiful high tight flag on this. This is what I'm seeing here, just ripping off some of those wicks. You know, it could get tighter here, but if it breaks above this, that might be the story, and it might be all she wrote. This thing might head higher. So that's HNRG for that one. We have Hood also creating a high tight flag here. I know Jolene was in this at one point. I hope she's still holding it. I don't think she is. I think we talked about this. But it is forming a nice pattern right here. Maybe this thing can get nice and twite, or twite like that, twite like a Terra, twite like a Taiga, whatever it does. Watch Hood. Put it on your watch list, because with Bitcoin breaking out of that trend like we just talked about, MSTR and Hood, which we've talked about MSTR in the chat, I got stopped out here. It broke out higher here. I laughed about it in chat. You know, it's a small loss, but, you know, it is what it is. It's definitely one that I need to learn. I kind of broke away from my strategy. SRRK, it's not ready to get in yet, in my opinion. You might like it right here. But I want to see this kind of do one of these numbers, guys. Let's do this. Let's just try and do this, all right? Let's do something like this, all right? And then let this bounce around here and get tight. I don't want to head back higher here. That's not going to get me in, all right? So let's hopefully This is its first leg, second leg, third leg, gets tight, make new higher lows, and then breaks out. SRRK to the moon, okay? But we got to wait. We got to wait and see if it sets up. COMM, I'm just keeping an eye on this thing. This is the one that didn't break out. We have a lot that broke out, like RKLB. COMM did not, but yeah, Dan Bob was calling this out way from back here. He took this trade way from back here. Dan Bob, Dan the greatest moderator alive. Watch this breakout and look at this beautiful thing. Not only that, but this is a great spot to add. Now, of course, I'm saying this in hindsight, but Dan Bob called this out. He liked this beautiful trend that it created. This trend break, you could have added here. You could have added here. That's why these are drawn out for you. And now look, it's still extended from its 10-day moving average, looking very, very well. We talked about SOUN. This didn't break out. I mean, I feel like it did break out of this trend, but it didn't break out of this basing area. So it's something, if you like SoundHound AI, it's one to keep an eye on. It definitely has this just beautiful pattern. It's the reason why I'm looking at this thing is because on a daily, let's just put this on a weekly, and you guys will really see the big picture. Look at this. I mean, I feel like that's what dreams are made out of. Like, I don't necessarily believe in the company because I don't know much about it, but when you look at a pattern like this, you know, not even this here, but bring it all the way up here like this. We do something like that. I mean, look, it's broke out. Here's a base. Here's another base forming. So my alert's set at 562. That doesn't mean I'm going to take it at 562. That means my alert goes off at 562. Maybe we wait for this to come back down and retest its breakout area at $5. And that might be just a yummy place to get in. Maybe I'll set an alert for at or below this area so we can be alerted. So that's SOUN. And I have a few more for you. I could go on. There's a lot going on out there. And as you guys will understand, we're in a bull market. You know, the best thing for you to do was to find your stocks in the 21-day moving average in the S&P 500 when we decided to break higher. We talked to you about this, guys. We talked about risk on, risk off. And we are risk on because we're still above a 21-day moving average. Sure, we're a little extended from the 10-day moving average. That's what happens in a bull market. But we played these bases. We played the base breakout. We played the pullback. We were still risk on, and we have been since right here at 551. Now the market sits at 584, and it pays to be positive. Absolutely love it. I love this community. I love being able to keep ourselves safe while we are in the market, knowing and understanding the trend that's in the overall S&P 500. Now, if you guys would like to throw up a couple of tickers in the chat, we're going to go over them in just a minute. But before we do, I want to give you guys a little insight into what Dan Bob and I were talking a little earlier about this little insight on nuclear energy. Now, the stocks that we are going to be talking about, I'm going to read this for you guys. Or actually, I'm not going to read this. This is actually a YouTube. We can share it. But what I want to show you guys are two stocks. And B. Stewie is very familiar with the first one, and that's NNE, okay? I'm not saying that this is the Goldilocks time to get in or anything right now. What I'm waiting for is for it to set up again, because now it's created these new lower highs. So we have 1, 2, and now you could say this is the third new lower high, or you could count this depending on where you're at. Now, if this thing can calm down and form a base, I think we could get another ramp up here to 30, okay? Why do I say that? Because that's where a lot of baggies are sitting. I think this thing comes back up to this area and then comes back down, or possibly comes back down for a retest and heads higher. But regardless, if you guys already know, AI soaks up a lot of that energy, and they're looking into nuclear to solve that problem. Is this new news? No. But the more the articles come out, the more all of this is starting to come together, the more we can understand that we might lean more towards nuclear power. Excuse me, we want clean energy, or at least a lot of the population does. I don't really know if I have an opinion solely on that yet, but a lot of people want that. Nuclear energy seems to be a cleaner route to go. We also are manufacturing quite a bit from it. Now, it's kind of out of my place or out of my context to talk about the nuclear energy, but when we see a lot of this going on and we see and believe in AI, you can understand that NNE and SMC, was it? Was it SMC? No, let me let's see. SMR. Thank you. SMR. So NNE and SMR are definitely ones to keep an eye on. You can see SMR was definitely the one to be in this time around. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. From 1331 all the way up to 2035 overnight. SMR is looking very, very juicy. Now, we do have some earnings, which could be a catalyst for this thing to go one way or the other on the 7th of November. So keep that in mind. Yeah, thank you, Dan Bob. I appreciate that. And if there's any other tickers you guys want me to go over, just throw them up there. I see HNRG. And if you guys have any other tickers you want me to go over, throw them up in the comments section. SMR and NNE, definitely something to keep on your nuclear corporation energy watch list. One other thing before we go over any other tickers that you guys are throwing up in the comments, we have the economic calendar. Now, a few things, I was looking into this before the show, a few things I just wanted to point out. I think the biggest thing is the initial jobless claims. We want to make sure that that number is not ramping up. Now, we understand it's going to go higher. There's a reason why it's going to go higher, and it's because we had rates hike. The rate hikes held for so long at that 5% that we're going to still see and feel those effects for about 6 months after he's cut rates. So last month he cut those rates, and now here we are in this situation where we're going to still see the aftermath effects, right, for at least another 5 months or so. 6 months or so, So the initial jobless claims, we're expecting it to be higher than the previous. Now, remember, the previous did very, very well, but we're expecting it to be higher than the previous. And if it comes out anywhere near that forecast, I think the market's going to handle just as it would. But when we look into the overall initial jobless claims, one thing I just did want to show you guys on a yearly, this is the spreadsheet on the yearly here, and you can see we got a big uptick right before he started to cut, which, I think that was, maybe part of his decision making, possibly, to make such that drastic 50 basis points cut. And then here we are the next month, much lower than what I think that they forecasted it here, but it's saying it was the actual. So we are looking for somewhere in this 241 once again. We'll see if it wants to, 243. So in between these two numbers, but nowhere near that 260. So let's hope it is within that. But that might be a big catalyst at 8:30 in the morning. So we'll see what happens there. But do keep in mind that November 7th is the next rate cut, and they're already expecting to cut at 25 basis points. There's a 99.3% chance that we are going to have another 25.25% basis cut to our overall rate, okay? Our target rate probability for November 7th, okay? So that is looking very good. That's another very bullish sign for the overall market. Less people having to pay those taxes and or all the interest on that money means that they can borrow more and spend more and build bigger and better corporations, companies, and utilities, okay? So that is the overall market watch for the 7th. And of course, one thing I always want to point out, this is my Facebook here. One thing that I love seeing here is the swing trader strategy. Okay, this is an absolute awesome Facebook group. I'm just going to go ahead and copy this and throw this up in the chat right now. You guys absolutely need to join this. We are growing very, very fast. There's already 255 members, and we have some awesome admins in there. Dan, Bob, Dan, and sweet Jolene is in there as well. There are no scammers in this. There are no garbage posts. It is all absolutely incredible. Here's the schedule for the YouTube. Here's what we are doing currently. Here is how can I achieve consistency in my trading. I would like your input. We'll have to get into this. Then we have look at this, U.S. nuclear energy stocks. Just so much stuff in here. It's so jam packed. I'm seriously starting to eliminate a lot of the other noise and just come to this Facebook group and scroll through and see what Dan Bob has posted for us, because it has been so absolutely amazing. And it's such a great feature because everything we need is right here. There's guides, there's memberships, events. And does it sound like I'm trying to sell it to you? It's absolutely free, guys. If you're not a part of this Facebook group, you need to be a part of this. damn Facebook group. Okay, so that's enough of that. And of course, guys, before we do this, hit that like and subscribe button. Just hit that like and subscribe. Just do it. Just do it. All right. FPH, HYLN, WULF, BW, SMR. We're going to look at those stocks right stinking now, guys. But remember, if you haven't already, hit that comment. Just comment. Just say blah, blah, blah. Say whatever you want. Say banana. Say nutmeg, sugar roll, Epicrombie. Whatever you want to say it, because it enters you to win in next week's drawing. We're going to draw this next week. Hit that like and subscribe. Okay, here we go. Here we go now. I'm ready. I hope you're ready. All right, so we are going to go through. Oh, we got UPST as well. So we went over SMR. This thing is rip, tater chip into the north side. We haven't seen that. Rip, tater chip, baby, to the north side. And while it's up there, it's a little extended. So we're going to leave hands off on SMR, but we're going to wait to see if it sets up again. Let's take a look at BW. So BW looks like it's going to try and set up. Obviously, we get a push higher on volume. So it's interesting. We can see and wait and see if it wants to continue to hold on to this 10-day moving average. And if it forms another, trend, something like this, and does another one right here in this same area somehow, some way, maybe gets tight and gives us a good area of risk reward, BW can be put on the watch list. This thing moves 11.7%, guys. It's very, very fast. We have WULF. Now, this is going to be one of those data processors, just like there's a few other data processors, but this is a data processor. You can see we have this nice trend starting to form, but it's starting to break out of this area, just kind of like your friend Bitcoin is doing, which is no surprise. So will this come back down and get tight, or is this going to continue to break out with Bitcoin? If Bitcoin continues to break out, of course, Bitcoin being the absolute leader and tank in this trade. So I like it. Definitely want to keep on your watch list. It moves 9.1%, so very good. UPST, my most hated stock, doing absolutely amazing. This had some amazing trading opportunities in this on this new higher lows, and you can clearly see a beautiful trend that forms here and then breaks out and comes down and retests and goes higher. Now setting up another new bullish flag here. So what do I think about this? I'm thinking a little bit more time extended from the 10-day moving average, but definitely a stock you want to keep on your watch list. This thing moves 7.4%. It will definitely makes you some money in your account. We also have HYLN. Let's see. Let's take a little peeky and a little gander at this HYLN. And it looks like we're on an uptrend. This isn't necessarily my cup of tea. HYLN. This seems like a, this is Dan Bob. Okay, this seems kind of more like a predator stock. Although it's, this seems like more like a predator stock. But yeah, it's holding that 21-day moving average, and it's making a nice base here. So if it keeps on getting tighter and ramming its head into this 260, this $2.60, I could see this thing breaking out higher. We get this initial big old pop on volume, and then it kind of just holds that 21-day moving average. And we're going to see what happens here when we retest, because there was obviously a big seller there. So we'll see, well, maybe not a big seller, but you can see the big bout of volume, and then it pulls back and it holds. But be careful with these penny stocks. They do hold some crazy volatility. You can see it's known to pop, so this could definitely pop. Definitely could pop. What's going to happen here? I have no idea. I think there's bigger and better leaders that maybe we can keep an eye on. It is 7% mover, and if you get volume that comes in, if this is your cup of tea, then drink it. So that was HYLN. We have AFPH. Let's take a little peeky, a gander heuristic over here. I think this thing's got a lot more time. If we use kind of some of the wicks, thinking maybe something like that, and we can have an uptrend off this here, something like that. Maybe 2 or 3 more days. That's not it's not my favorite. I don't think it's a 5-star. Wow, look at this. Look at this slow burner build of a trade on a trend that gets tight and retest. Look at this huge wick out right here, and then it breaks out higher. Holy cow, what a mover. So I really like its initial breakout. We're going to see what happens here. It's obviously people are very interested. It just had earnings, so that's interesting. But earnings is out of the way, so I don't know. If this is something that you want to trade, go for it. I think it needs some more time, but yeah, it's doing its thing, mate. Definitely one to keep an eye on. LSF says Jimmy Bright. Oh yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Jimmy Bright coming in clutch. LSF is going on one at the top of my watch list, and this is what I love about this community, guys, is because I didn't see this, I didn't find this. Okay, this thing moves 10.3%. This thing's kicking ass. Not only that, but look at this. It's already shown that it is prone to these trend breakouts. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a trend breakout, but not one that I would play. Base breakout. Now look at, what are we seeing here? Another trend breakout. Yeah, what do you guys think about that? Trend breakout. We're gonna make a button and buzzard out of that for sure. The LSF is at its run breakout, and it looks like it's getting tight too. So my alert is set at 620. I probably should move it down just a little bit because when it breaks out of here, it might be very beautiful. At 10.3%, this can make or break your account. So make sure you understand what you're doing when you do LSF. But yeah, thank you very much, Jimmy Bright. That is exactly what I want to see in a stock. So absolutely awesome. I appreciate that. Let's see what else we got. You guys are killing it today. You guys are killing it. Let's see. Dan Bob's been posting stuff. Oh, yes. Erica, you're absolutely right. He really has been posting amazing stuff. I mean, managing anything is hard. I know, firsthand, just doing this YouTube, trying to keep up with the family, redoing every room in the house because we're hosting Thanksgiving, keeping up with the kids in my homostasis, trying to do jiu-jitsu. It is so hard. Dan Bob puts a lot of love and time and effort into the Discord, into the Facebook, and that's why I always shout him out. I will always shout him out because he is the best moderator alive, and nothing but love to you. Predator says SUPV extended butt. SUPV extended, but a nice 1 hour, 5 minute base with a pivot point at 793 plus VCP on the 1 day. So here is the 1 day. Yes, you do like these kind of stocks. You can see it's got like this basing right here, and you can see it's tested multiple times. So yeah, if it get up here and I see the VCP where it's coming down, you're losing volume as it's trying to sell off. You're losing volume. And now if we can get some volume to break through this area, I can see, I get it, I understand it, I like it a lot. So keep that on your watch list. Very, very nice. We also have B Stewie says AT. And also, Predator, I wanted to note that I appreciate you giving me a little bit of understanding of what you mean by SUPV. That makes it nice, you know what I mean? Because you trade a little bit different than I do too. So when you give it a little context like that, yeah, damn, I love you. AT. So I have no idea what is this stock, but if I just get rid of this this crazy amount of volume and we just focus on this, I would say the 21-day moving average. And if this thing can continue to get tight, let's say it does something like this, we get this thing in here for the next, I don't know, 3 days to a week. Let it get really, really tight on that 21-day moving average, and it might have ourselves a tasty little trade on that. Also, if you look at the volume, you can see the volume is selling off. When we are selling, you can see the volume. What is going on? The volume is not continuing to be at a very high rate of exchange when this thing is going lower. So you can see less people are selling. So that's what we're looking for in a stock. So things are looking good. Is this surprising? Hell no. We knew that we were going to see a lot of extension, that we were going to see a lot of stocks heading higher. Were we going to see all this happen? Well, we just had to find the right stocks at the right time, and I think a lot of us did. I think a lot of us got into the leaders. And look at this. Now we're getting more setups, more setups. So things are looking really, really good. Dan Bob says, I have no life other than you guys. Well, Dan Bob, we absolutely love you because I am busy as hell, and you are always kicking ass in the background. Hell yeah, dude. Dan Bob says he loves the VCP. Absolutely. Yeah, this VCP looks absolutely scrumptious. If this was a bowl of cereal, I would smash on AT. So keep that on your watch list. All right. All right. I want to make sure that I got through everything because I feel like I was forgetting something here. I don't remember. Oh, on the poll. Yes, 80% of you said, yes, I have or I will comment. Why do you need to comment? Because you need to be entered in the poll. And next week we will do a raffle. We'll do it online. We'll do like a spinner raffle with each person's name on it. It'll be a good time. I think you guys will absolutely love it. 20% say grandma makes the best pancakes and then still commented. I know who you are, but you're still in there. Yeah, let's do this. Our new toy. Oh, you're just learning about VCP? Oh, yes, Jolene. It is a grandiose thing learning about the VCP. VCP is very, very smart, and Mark Minervini coined that volume contraction pattern. So we will definitely dive deeper into that very, very soon. So it looks like we got quite a few of you piling in here. If you guys have any questions, throw them up in the comments. We're going to hang out for just a few minutes. I'm going to sip on some water, and we're going to say hello. Appreciate everybody being here today. We went over damn near everything, and I'm telling you, I am feeling really good about this overall market because if we look, oh, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Now, everybody knows that I like to swing trade, but when it comes to this ticker, I always want to point out this is why we like to keep an eye on small cap stocks. And of course, if you haven't heard about it yet, that's DRUG, D-R-U-G, okay? We're going to go back and put this on the hourly so you guys or we'll keep this on the 5 minutes so you guys can kind of grasp like what's going on here. So we'll just blow this up so you guys can get this. So this is the 5 minute. The gray area is the pre-market and the aftermarket. Let me get a sip here. Jolene's question is, do you need to comment in the chat or comment in the real comment down below? No, you just have to comment in the live chat. Yep, comment in the live chat. And Dan Bob, if you could just get a roll call of everybody that was in here, I would appreciate it, just so that way we don't lose this. Yeah, it's going to be everybody in the live chat. If you have commented and you're in the live chat, you will be automatically thrown in the raffle so that we'll be drawing next week. So you're going to be here next week at 9, and we're going to do the first drawing. And we'll do, each week we'll do a drawing for the next 3 weeks. You have 3 chances to enter this drawing. Okay, guys? It'll be a good time. I think we'll all have a little fun. So comment in the live section. And this is the only time you can comment. So we're going to take a quick peek at DRUG. And a big reason why I want to do this is because my 5-minute trend break strategy showed on it multiple times, guys. Multiple times. And that's why I absolutely love this trend break strategy. And it was on this absolute banger of a stock. And I tell you guys, I was working. You know, I didn't get to see this. I didn't get to be a part of this. I only got to see the aftermath. And I only got to see my 5-minute trend break strategy in hindsight. But it's okay because this is a black swan, and I know I have to study these. Because if you study these and you understand these, you will make big money. This is a life-changing, if you just imagine here, if you were able to, you know, take even the smallest at $4, and let's say you got a really healthy spot in here and you risk $300, you know, that's $300 per share on this thing. And if you held on to this, you know, you would have made just a absolute killing in this, just continuing to use the new lower, the new higher low. I mean, goodness. Of course, this is hindsight, guys. It's a little different, but DRUG did an absolute amazing thing. And then if we zoom out too, and we put this on the hourly, another thing, if I remember correctly, that I wanted to point out to myself was we had this beautiful breakout after we created on the hourly this area of resistance in the pre-market and during the daily. You can see we've smacked into this area multiple times, and then in the pre-market yesterday or on Friday morning, this thing broke out of this area, and then right at market open, it retested this area, the breakout area from that base breakout right here. And when it retested, this thing rip tater chip to the north side. This thing in 2 days, guys, in 2 days, this thing moved as high as 3,159%. If that doesn't get you excited, just, I mean, you need to find a new passion. Okay, this is what trading is all about. This is crazy. This thing moves in the average daily range on this is 97%. Okay, so if you put your whole account in here, you can double your whole account in one day. There's that possibility, or you could lose it all. This is a make or break your account. I don't want anybody playing this. Like, honestly, if you watch this show, I don't want you playing this. I want you watching it. If you're new, watch it. Understand that there's shit out there that does this, but this is not something that happens, I would say, 4 times a year, maybe, that something like this happens. All right, so just keep that in mind. And what's another one? Was it news that went just buck wild? Oh, actually, news. I wanted to show you guys news. News is actually setting up. This is a huge trend. This is on the hourly. I think news is setting up. So just a fair warning, this is another extremely fast mover. This moves 60.2% in a day. Okay, so you do the math. Understand your risk management. I am telling you, do not play this, but it does have this nice looking trend on here, and I might try to take a good area if it's showing proper risk reward, because we got a huge burst of volume up here, a huge pullback here, and let's see what it looks like on the daily. You can see here on the daily, it looks absolutely like garbage. So it needs more time on the daily. But on the hourly, I just wanted to take a little peeky gander at this, maybe set an alert, and if we get a big bout of volume, I might take a little something there. But we'll see. This is the kind of, I need to be in front of the market to be able to do that. I'm not going to do this while I'm working, so it's just something I'm keeping an eye on. All right? So I hope you guys had an awesome time. Now is your last chance to comment. We're going to wrap things up, but I do want to give a special thanks to each and every one of you. You guys are the true heroes. I love doing this. This is my passion. I've been through so many different things when it comes to the market. I started with small caps. I studied, just all small cap stocks and their movements, and then I moved on to a bigger time frame. I moved out to the hourly and the daily. I started using swing trading and momentum trading. I started following a lot of the greats like Christian Quilamagi, Dan Zanger, William J. O'Neill. I started following all their predecessors as well. I just absolutely love all of this. And the fact that I have an audience like you guys that come in and they watch these, and you guys can share thoughts and ideas with me and give me tickers to look up to. Nothing but love to you guys. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. We're going to continue to do this. Some of you have reached out and, asked how I'm doing because you don't see me as much in the Discord. I'm in the Discord. I read everything that you guys chat about. I do. I see everything in there. But I am doing some working during the day, and I absolutely love that it's getting me away from the market so I can let my trades trade. And I'm doing this new way of trading where I can make a few dollars on the side and let my stocks do the work. But at the same time, I can't play these really nice fast ones like drug and NUZE anymore. So I do have that fear of missing out, and there's some contrast and sometimes some befuddles with it. But just know that I still love absolutely every ounce of this, from small caps to mega caps. I love every bit of this. And I'm never going to stop doing this for you guys. So if you're with me, you're with me for the long haul. We're here every Wednesday and Sunday, and we're going to keep on keeping on. So thank you guys so much. And stick with me. We're going to do the exit, and then I'll do the Rip Tater Chip, and I'll say goodbye to everybody that was in the comments. If you're in the comments, you're in the raffle. So I appreciate you. I hope you guys have an awesome, awesome week. We'll see you guys on Wednesday in the Discord. And remember, if you want to join the Discord, click the information, the more button down below. Click on the Discord. We are absolutely having a Discord meeting on Wednesday, and we'll see you guys in there. All you need to do to join the Discord is have a open mind and a golden heart. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Peace. All right, y'all. Oh, that was a good show. I absolutely love it. I got goosebumps right now. I had so much fun with you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, Norman. Norman says, have another great week, everyone. We'll see you on Wednesday, guys. B. Stewie, thank you. Thank you very much. Jimmy Bright, hope you have a good night, brother. Thank you so much. Predator, thank you so much for being here. Dan, Dan, the greatest moderator alive. Nothing but love Nothing but love for you, homie. Sweet Jolene was here with us tonight. Thank you so much. Who else? We got Erica K in the building. Thank you so much for being here with us, Erica K. We appreciate you being so loyal to this group. Yosef, thank you so much. Who else do we got in here? Come on, come on. Zamora. Zamora, thank you so much for being here. And you have been entered to win some shirts and some mugs. We're going to see who gets that next week. Kevo Paban has been entered. Mama Ginger Hopper is in the building, and now she has been entered to win a nice, and I know you're drinking coffee, Mama, so we got a 12-ounce stainless steel mug you could win, but we'll see who gets it. And I think that's everybody. I hope I got everybody, and if I didn't, it's okay. Reach out to me to the Discord. We'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much. Absolutely love you. We'll see you guys in the Discord. And yeah, risk management, baby. Let's go.